Napoleon is on the march once again, and the British are ready to stand in his way. The 100 Days campaign is fully underway, and we are at Quatre Bras to see this amazing battle. And yeah, we have some more NTW3 action for you guys today. This is a 4v4 using core, like the cores from like the 100 Days campaign. We have Real, we have De Erlon, we have Kellerman, we have the Guard here, we have Uxbridge, we have Hill, we have even some Prussians here which weren't even at Quatre Bras, so this is kind of a little bit slightly different from the actual historical battle. But hey, it's probably like one of the best Quatre Bras replays I'm going to have in a little while, so we will call it the Battle of Quatre Bras. You can see the British going off there. But yes, some 6-pounders going off there. But yes, my name is PopeJohnPaul, welcome back to the channel. And for those new around here, welcome for the first time. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. And feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. If you enjoyed the video as well and you want to see more NTW3 action, feel free to hit that bell button so you know when the next battle is out. There's got some Prussian guns here, but it's like 5 guns in this unit. That's insane. We have a 6-pounder there going off. And yeah, so they're now firing onto the hill over here where the French are just setting up. They're putting their guns into action in a moment. We've got a 6-pounder there. We've got some sappers as well. Hopefully they might be putting some stakes in front of the guns to make sure they are safe from cavalry. But yeah, so the Battle of Quarte Bras is fought over a famous crossroads. Here it is. Here is the crossroads. This crossroads leads to like Brussels, to the coast. I think this is the Brussels road here. This one that goes up. So yeah, they fought over this road because, well, Napoleon's aim was to get to Brussels and then basically liberate. Well, he thought liberate Belgium from its current rulers, and then put it under French control again. There has been a little bit of a fight going on. I didn't realise that. There's been a little fight. There with some light dragoons. It looks like some chasseurs went in. But now we've got some. The Scots Greys are here. Okay, so the Scots Greys are being called into action already. But hopefully they'll turn around. And we've got some Ragged Brigade as well. I mean, the Scots Greys will probably win because they're they're heavy cavalry. They're only dragoons, but like British dragoons are a lot heavier. They're almost like they're more almost like not cuirassier unit maybe, but they're like somewhere. But they're heavier than the French dragoons. Put it like that. They're heavier than French dragoons. British dragoons are like the heaviest sort of cavalry you can get. You can't get anything heavier than that. I mean, they're like the guard. They're kind of like the guards, really. But we have some carabiniers here, which are some Dutch, I presume, some Dutch and some Belgian. They're taking a part in today's battle. It's going to be good to see like the Dutch and the Belgians here, and it mixes up that British army instead of seeing like just red coats. Just like to see some different colours in there, make it a little bit more colourful. But yeah, we have the dragoons here of the Prussians. Again, it just seems so weird. I'm like talking about Quatre Bras and the Prussians here, but they were actually another battle that was going on at the same time as Quatre Bras called Ligny, which is in that direction over there, somewhere in that direction. And in history, both the Allied forces lost this battle. I mean, the Prussians decisively lost Ligny. The British more or less lost, but they made a tactical retreat. They didn't lose too many men. They inflicted a lot on the French, and they lost a similar amount themselves. So really, the British had to retreat because otherwise, if they didn't, they would have been outflanked by Napoleon, who had won at Ligny. So yeah, the battle here was actually led by Ney, who was in command of the General Army here. There's a British unit just going up here. What's this doing? We've got some Royal Welsh Fusiliers going up on their own. What are they doing? These poor men, these royal goats as they're called. They're routing. Got Voltigeurs in here ready. Got all sorts of line infantry dotted around the building. Don't know why they just sent up one unit of Royal Welsh Fusiliers just to die. That was a perfectly good unit. A British infantry as well. It wasn't even Dutch or like Belgian, which are probably massively inferior. They sent up some of the better troops. It seems like over on this side it is going to be mainly Allied cavalry. It doesn't seem like there's much in the way of Allied infantry here. It seems like this is where all the Allied cavalry is setting up. We've got lots of, like I said, those Carabiniers. We've got the Inniskillings here, which are a really strong unit as well. We've got Dragoon Guards. These are probably the most heavy cavalry that are available to the British. Dragoon Guards. Don't know why the Scots Greys aren't involved in that. They are like in the Guard. They're in the heavy cavalry anyway. But here we go. You can see, look at this. Big push by the British cavalry. Doesn't look like they're going to follow through with it. They're going to just retreat. As you see, the French forming square. They are ready for the cavalry charge, and they're going to get a few shots off into these guys. It's a big cavalry unit as well. Surprisingly, they have all their cavalry on that side, and Kellerman, who's the cavalry commander, has actually, I think he had most of his cavalry on this side, but it seems like it might have transferred across actually. Yeah, it looks like it might have just actually all transferred across. He did start on the left-hand side, and he's gone all the way to the right. So Kellerman is here ready as well to counter this this push by the French. Oh, by the British. Why would Kellerman be stopping his own allies? I don't know. Those Welsh Fusiliers are back, by the way. Thank God. I'm glad they're going to have some more participation in this battle. But I mean, it's still a waste. They lost 40 men for no reason. And at the moment, it's just a bit of a cannon dueling off. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on. There's colonial Jaegers here. From the West Indies, these guys are from. They're cool. So I presume they're like a Dutch. Probably. I didn't realize the Dutch had any colonies in the West Indies. But yeah, they're probably Dutch infantry. They look pretty cool. They look very well ordered. You can see like they're not all holding their muskets in the same place. They look mainly like a militia almost. So don't think they'll be holding the line against some of the guard units available to the French. But like that, I feel like the French might have the upper hand there. You can see the French are actually pushing up now onto. Well, this little crest here, they kind of were in like a bit of a dip in the land here. They're now getting back onto higher ground. And it seems like it's going to be the Prussians that are given the job to defend this area. They're the only ones sending infantry across. They're only sending militia across. Nothing fancy. So it certainly will be interesting to see what goes on there. I don't really know. I mean, his guns seems very open. There must be infantry nearby. Must be. I mean, you can see there's British have some more colonial infantry there. Oh no, it's Buckinghamshire as well. There's quite a lot of infantry actually. I think is shifting left. That keeps appearing and disappearing for us as we are looking from the French point of view. Yeah, there's the Jaegers again. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff shifting this way. It seems the French need to be careful. This gun, even though seems like it's undefended, there's actually probably a lot of infantry around it. And the Prussians are actually appearing with more and more stuff here. We've got Fusiliers, Musketeers, all appearing now. Yeah, the French are going to probably take this ground first. As you can see, they're pushing back the British cavalry into this wood. And like you can see, they're going to set up along this road, cut them off this road. So I don't know what the road this would be. The sea road, I guess? Oh no, this is just an entirely different road. These are just random link-up roads. There's another crossroad here. I like how it's Quatre Bras. There needs to be so many crossroads when they made it. But yeah, there's no need for it really. This is the big one here, the big one with the few little buildings around it. But yeah, I think we're just about to get underway. Again, there are a few shots going off, a few small arms being fired. French pushing on that side as well, I will just say. Oh, Rial's broken. What the heck? I guess Rial's been shot. He's not died, but he's broken. Well, that's probably that's an issue. Put it like that. Well, I don't know whether that'll affect his morale. Quite possibly it will. Oh, there's a light dragoon back here. Did he get shot or did he get assassinated by the light dragoons? Could be either. But the lancers they've sent their guard lancers back to go and deal with these light dragoons. And the light dragoons realize they have nowhere to go, and they're going to get taken out by these cavalry. And this is a really elite lancer unit. Yeah, they're unfortunately going to die. They lost quite a lot though, those lancers in that charge. I mean, that's a big win there, I guess, for the light dragoons. Got to think of that. But I can see the small arms is underway. Well, small arms. The muskets are now firing underway. Smaller arm is probably like the pistol, the officer. But yeah, they're now firing. The Prussians aren't even set up yet. They're still getting in position. So the French are getting some free shots right now onto the Prussian lines. And they're actually sending cavalry forward. We've got Crassy's coming forward now. This is some of Kellerman's cavalry. He's got all the heavy stuff. And look at this. We've got Crassy's going in. And they're trying to set up into a square formation, but these musketeers here are not going to survive. And even this musketeer unit didn't form square properly. And there you go, the Crassy's are in. The feared, this is one of the most feared units probably in Europe. Even at this point. Even when most of the veterans are dead. And you know, they're doing quite a good job. These corps units, they're holding the line. Crassy's are struggling to break them. They're actually going to probably be broken themselves. Yeah, that square formed up in the end. They want to get that cavalry out of there. It's just a good amount of men.
Sir, our general is under attack.
The general's under attack. Oh, someone's general's getting shot. Oh, now the Erlon's under fire. Okay. They have actually broken some units here, so they did actually charge in another one. I didn't get that one. That's a dragoon unit that went in. And they routed all this militia and fusiliers, but that's not the end of the world. They're now worried about their cavalry. You can see that they found the carabineers and stuff in the wood here. They're now forming square with their units. There is also some Prussian cavalry coming up. We've got some dragoons, some Neumark dragoons coming up to get ready. And here we go. Here comes the British. They're sending in their cavalry. Got hussars coming in. Oh my gosh. There's a lot. Why am I not looking at this? Yeah, the Royal Dragoon Guards are in here. And in comes, what we've got here now, we've got the Life Guards coming in. These guys are actually probably the single strong units. I like how I'm just retracting my thing. The Scots Guard were pretty damn heavy. They were one of the heavier cavalry units. Like, the Life Guards wouldn't be sent in. Unlikely, anyway. You wouldn't send them into combat. Looks like the French are going to win here, though. The Scarlet Lancers are broken. That's a cool unit. They're actually Lancers, though. Don't look like they are. And then we've got the Light Dragoons here. They're going to probably get routed. Yeah, oh my gosh. The British have lost all of their cavalry. They just got overwhelmed. Kellerman's cavalry is just so much better, I think. I know for a fact he's got like a bunch of cuirassiers. He's got carabineers, which are even more elite than cuirassiers. These guys are nasty. They have like their gold cuirass and stuff in helmet instead of like the silver of like the with the cuirassiers. So these guys are even more elite. And yeah, you don't want to mess with them. I haven't seen the Scots Guard actually go into combat. Are we about to see them now? No, Carabineers now going in. They're just throwing in their cavalry at squares at the Allies. That's just a really bizarre... Stop doing this. It's not worth it. It's not working. Squares are designed to repel cavalry. What we got here now? Now we've got Uxbridge is in combat. Oh gosh. Second in command and of like the British forces in the 100 Days campaign, Lord Uxbridge is being killed. And he's also the main cavalry commander, so that's kind of... And then we got the Carabineers. They're going to try another charge on these guys. And they do break through the square, but this is just like... This always happens. Like, a couple will break through, get isolated and killed. But that's why you have that little square in the middle. And now I guess like the Carabineers and the Cuirassiers have free reign. They can just charge down this line when they want. I mean, it'll even be better when Uxbridge gets murdered. I imagine Uxbridge brought most of this cavalry. Yeah, here we go. Carabineers come in. They timed that kind of quite well. What's this? More in-skilling units back here. But here come the Cuirassiers. Oh, no, Carabineers. Jeez. I'm going to get them mixed up all day. I already know it. Militia, they're getting broken straight down the center. More Fusiliers. I think these are the units that are broken now returning. I mean, the Prussians have a bunch of cavalry here. They probably wanted to support their British ally. I mean, now they're sending in, yeah, that's in skilling in there. That's routed already once, though. These Carabineers probably want to get out of here. This is a good unit. Don't want to let that just get isolated and killed. They're going to stay in there, though. I mean, they're sending in more. They decided that the decision was to send in more cavalry. They've got the Dragoons now coming in. This is a big Dragoon unit as well. And in they go. Route more stuff. I mean, luckily for the French, not many of these units are forming square. I'm pretty sure most of these could earlier in the earlier charges on the Cuirassiers. They were forming square, but now they're not. They are not. The French need to be careful they don't just friendly fire their own cavalry, though. We've got Prussian cavalry. Oh no, there's Prussian infantry still breaking. Okay, the Prussian cavalry is now in here, though. We've got Dragoons in here. These Carabineers I would have thought would start to lose because they would be tired from all the combat they've been in already. You need to get them out. Yeah, they're exhausted. Need to get them out and then let the Dragoons maybe come into the French infantry, get a few volleys with them. Now falling back there, yeah, their Dragoons as well. They're now bringing up infantry. Got some pretty good tactics going on there. The British are now in combat in the centre against the French, as well as a heavy firefight going on here. Brutal. And looks like there's some cavalry getting involved as well. You can see the French here have their Lancers. They've got Lancers here. Some Chevaliers getting involved. They're trying to take out these King German Legion foot. harassing these poor units. These King German Legion I would have thought could form square, but maybe not. Now we got some Hussars going in against some Chevaliers as well. I would thought, yeah, the Chevaliers do a lot better in that charge because they're a Lancer unit. Yeah, they broke that Hussar very effectively. You need to be careful they don't just shoot their own men, though. Like, they don't want to shoot their own cavalry. These infantry. Be careful. Look at these big old units here, though. That's a big unit, French unit, 167 men. There you go. Yeah, they broke that King's German Legion. Now we're going to harass these other units. That unit's going to form square, though. The Lily Whites, the Nottinghamshire. Got lots of units forming square. I don't know why this unit's forming square. This Landwehr here. There's no cavalry threatening it. It's just making itself an easier target. This flank, though, here for Prussia is looking really bad, though. What has happened here? I mean, they've got lots of Landwehr over here now ready to try and, like, fill the gap up. But it's not a great gap to be filling up. The Dragoons are falling back, even though they're fine. But look at this infantry. There's been a huge infantry charge here. And there's just routing Prussians as far as the eye can see. It's like Lingy all over again. Maybe this is Lingy. Maybe they decided that's why the Prussians were going to fight on this side, because they wanted Lingy and Quatre Bras at the same time. Maybe not, though. Maybe this was just an unfortunate scenario where the Prussians just retreat like they did at Lingy. But yeah, these Landwehr, I mean, they're quite cool with their caps. I kind of like that, but they need to... Yeah, they're getting shot in square formation by, like, artillery. It's going to be such a, like, devastating formation to stay in. They need to get out of that. These Landwehr here, though, they need to start moving. Landwehr's, like, not great infantry, but, I mean, there's just a lot of them, so they can take a lot of fire. Artillery here needs to be careful. These infantry just walking across. Luckily, they missed every single shot so far on their own infantry. I think they are going for, maybe this unit back here? I think they're going for this unit back here. What's this? Guard, it's like Paris Guard or something like that? It's like a light infantry unit. Parisian Guard, I think is what it's supposed to be called. But basically, the right flank here for the Allies is gone. Or the right flank, the left flank for the Allies, the right flank for the French. They're sending in their Dragoons, like, half-heartedly trying to slow down this infantry. They might kill some of it off. I don't know how much they've released. These light infantry they might get. They need to be careful, though. I mean, there's a lot of cavalry around. They don't want to just throw it in and just get it all killed. There's Crassis here. They're very fresh as well. They need to get all these other small asses. Get these Landwehr out of here, really. Just get them out. And yeah, there you go. I think that's the light infantry gone. Yeah, that's gone. De Erlon on this side is doing a really good job. De Erlon in history did not take part in either of the battles. He was told by Napoleon and by Ney to come to his aid, so he kept going backwards and forwards. And in the end, never took part in either battle, so it was fresh for Waterloo, which is why he was the main assault in that. And here we go. We've got some Crassis now going for this big gun emplacement from the Prussians. And his 6-pounder is going to be probably got rid of it. They're not even going to try and defend it. These Landwehr's right by it. They should just defend the guns. Get some shots off on this Crassis. At least make them be punished for attacking the guns. Looks like the Crassis, yeah, they're going to go onto the Landwehr now. I mean, it's a target, I guess. It's not the greatest target in the world, but yeah, kill them. And they're all going to die. And yeah, this is a brutal fight. The French are just routing the Prussians just left, right, and center. Look at all this Landwehr. Look at the sheer amount of it. Like nearly 300 men per unit. Now fighting over this building here. The French have been routed. The Guard Imperial are now in combat, by the way. They've got their chasseurs up here with their fancy old uniforms. What are they firing on? Colonial infantry. They're actually pretty low on morale. Look at that. Voltigeurs here. Chasseurs getting routed. Wow, they have a lot of infantry around this building, actually, to the British. Royal Sappers and Miners. Oh my gosh. We've got all sorts in here. This building's also beaten the hell up. It's 51% damaged. It's all Royal Sappers and Miners. I think they might be. What are they got in here then? 91st Foot. French have been pushed back from here as well. Grenadiers. These are the actual old guard here. And one of the old guard units is broken. How many men? 44. That's unacceptable. Yeah, they're falling back on this side. We've got some Belgian light infantry just holding them back. That's all that's like stopping them. And some Oxfordshire infantry is ready, but and they got some Highland light foot. I know. I mean, they've got like the Highland look to them, but I was expecting them to be a little. Oh, they're Say regiment. Oh, nice, Sai regiment. I expected them to have a bit more kilt going on. And there's a gun here that's caught out. There's a King's German Legion gun that needs to get back. A general has been killed. I would have thought it would be Uxbridge, but I thought Uxbridge would have died by now. Hill has died actually. Hill has been shot by a howitzer around and been killed. So that's unfortunate there. The French have gone in. They've taken out this gun here. The Chevalier, the chasseurs are now in, mixing in with the lancers. And look at this flank. This is just devastating. Even if the British are doing well against the Guard on this side, like their allies, the Prussians here, have let them down a little bit. The centre and right, the centre and left, in the eyes of the allies is broken. Like, I mean, the centre is kind of holding on. This is kind of like centre, but like left centre is gone. And left is very much gone. Why are these units firing here? They're just going to hit their own men. You can see, like, they're trying to reform over here with their Landwehr. And they've got a bunch of it, like, infantry now coming up as well. Here coming the Dragoons. They're just not going to stop. They're on a roll. They're trying to fire desperately now for the Landwehr. Poor men. Look at all this men. Imagine being the officer of this, like, unit. You're like, I've just got a bunch of farmers under my command. I've got a really bad end of the deal here. Apparently a glorious victory is soon to be theirs. I don't know, there's still a lot of time, and a lot of men to die yet. I like how it always says that NTW3's got a thing with doing that. Like, within like 5 minutes into the battle, you killed like maybe 5 units off, and like goes, glorious victory, sir, it's soon to be yours. And you're like, no, I've killed like 5 units. Maybe 5 men, in fact. There's a lot of time to go. Landwehr here, they're holding the line. Some farmers fighting against some of France's best. Because that's what it was, like, this army was basically made up of veterans and, like, youngsters. There was, or like old men and young. Like the Guard was probably like the most like veteran, obviously, of the army, obviously. But like, yeah, most of the men were made up of like Napoleon's past campaigns, or they were really, really young. There was like no in between. Mainly because the whole like age group or generation have been just murdered over, well, not murdered, but killed over 20 years of fighting so far. So yeah, at this point they're kind of scraping the barrel. Here we go, in come the Carabineers. Once again, they're going to go in. I mean, I'm surprised this Belgian line infantry can form square. It didn't do it quite in time. Those are Jaegers broke basically on impact. The left's kind of reforming up quite nicely though. And they are defending around the crossroads. But instead of in history when they fought like over here and in the woods, they've kind of shifted to the left. Yeah, the French are, well, they're not fighting anything impressive, put it like that. They've not got a lot of, like, good stuff here to fight. The British, like, I think they had, like, a lot of stuff on this side, and they're falling it back. They, all the Royal Miners and Sappers which are in here probably need to start shifting left. Because, yeah, this is still an issue. This is still an issue. Those line infantry broke, even though they formed square. Even if they didn't do it in time. Kellerman's still alive. He's very close to the front line. He needs to be careful. One rogue shot and he's dead. Those Carabineers are still going in. They just don't even care. These guys are probably exhausted. Very tired. Okay, get them out of there. Got some line infantry in here, though. They're in combat. Line infantry of France against line infantry of Belgium. Who wins? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, most of the Dutch and Belgian forces were still fighting in their French uniforms, which is kind of confusing for the British and the Prussians when they came across them. Certainly, there was an instance where in the Battle of Waterloo, where the Nassaus that were fighting for the British, which is a German like unit, they were attacked and killed by Prussians who saw them in their French uniforms and thought they were French. And attacked them, basically. And yeah, those poor Nassaus got killed. And it's a shame because they were in a cool uniform. They were a really nice green and red uniform. Yeah, these Landwehr though, They've not got such nice uniforms. Look at that, the French though here. I mean, this is a risk. They just got a nice little flank firing to the side of these musketeers, but they're also at risk of being shot in the flank by, well, all these British here. And a general's just died here. Oh, who's general? Oh, that'll be that one. We've got Denenwitz just died, I think. He might have just been shot by infantry shot or something like that. I don't know. But we've got the Quarte still in here. These guys are knackered. Got like no men left. Well, Chevalier is in here now. They're routing all sorts. Yeah, the British are just getting routed. I feel like I would have thought more of the British units could form square, but clearly not. They're falling back on the town as well. These Oxfordshire units back here. We've got the 95th Rifles, the Highland Light Foot are in there. It's gonna be hard to take that building, but it's the battle in the field's almost lost. The French cavalry, as soon as the French cavalry won on that far flank, you knew it was game. The Prussians are back? Okay, so the Prussians are back in this forest. These Landwehr did not make it back. I thought they did. They still have plenty of here then. And they've got some dragoons as well. They could be useful. And they've got their general perch and some musketeers. But they need to be careful. There's actually some dragoons that they just run into here of the French. Just got some Cuirassiers just dealing with them.
This building
Roused
has
them
fallen
pretty
to the
much.
enemy.
Buildings fallen to the enemy. Okay, so they've got some Belgian light infantry in there, and the game's just frozen or lagged for a moment. Don't know why that was the case. Got their Polish lancers over here to the French. Their guard, that's from the guard. Yeah, don't know why it's got very laggy all of a sudden then. If anything, it should be less laggy. We've killed so many men. Hundreds of thousands of men, in fact, have died. Look at all these dead here. These are all like Prussian Landwehr as well. These poor, poor men. There's one final one here holding the line. Oh, it's not even Landwehr, it's a musketeer unit. Getting hit by artillery, all sorts of stuff. Hold the line, men! For the Kaiser! Yeah, they've had enough. They had enough. They're being charged by grenadiers and chasseurs. They didn't fancy their chances. What remains of the Allied forces now retreating onto this this village here. But I mean, there's still more like cavalry waiting for them in the rear. These are just the guard lancers that are left. So we've got the Polish ones and we've got the Lancers Rouge. We've seen a fair bit of action by this point. Both have. I think this force over here is also slowly going to be routed. I mean, these Cuirassiers here are still fairly fresh. 76 men. I mean, nothing on the battlefield here is going to stop them. Real shame. Real shame nothing's going to stop them. Looks like the French are going to win this. The Erlon's left some troops over here. Got some of his line infantry. To be fair though, these line infantry, there's a fair amount of bodies below them. The Landwehr have killed a few. They've made them pay. And yeah, they're now in the rear. Look at this. They just need to rout this. Is this the general? Yeah, he's only got 16 men. There's a dragoon unit here as well. That's already broken. Another Cuirassier here as well. It's the first E Cuirassier. I'm struggling with words today, it would seem. Big artillery piece here. 4 units of 4 pieces of artillery. It's a 6-pounder. I mean, they're just putting holes into the building, I think. They've got all their men hiding behind this building. They just need to flank around. They've got their guard units over here. They're flanking now. They're actually assaulting this building as well. This building must be, yeah, 71%. They are actually routed. Wow, look at that. I think they all just routed. The guard scared them out. Yeah, they're just firing in there mercilessly. That poor building. I guess what happens when you stay in a building for too long. Just get absolutely obliterated by the artillery. Guard now coming up over here. Got their chasseurs. They're fighting the Oxfordshire infantry over there for the British. This Oxfordshire infantry's like been avoiding the fight for so long. It's a fresh unit. Look at the artillery going off in the background though. Glorious. A guard have sent some chasseurs in there. That's Perch dead on that far side, fighting that small little side battle almost as it is now. See, they're firing on the Oxford infantry and just trying to get out of there. We've been trying to do this whole battle. Oh, it's actually they're fighting something in the front. They're fighting some light infantry here. So they're being shot in the front and attacked. Shot in the back, sorry, and being fighting in the front. There you go. Classic red versus blue. Britain versus France. France looks like it's going to win today. A lot of King's German Legion holding the line here. There was. Starting to break already. Most of this infantry now is like not English. Put it like most of these British infantry here, like it's mainly Dutch, Belgian. Fighting the French now. Men that used to fight side by side with the French in many campaigns before, they're now fighting against. But for how long? It looks like the road to Brussels is going to be open. And it seems like more of a route than Ligny or Quatre Bras. The units of like the armies are fully like gone. I don't think there would be any Waterloo in this scenario. But yeah, I mean, certainly like since the battle's just going on, like finishing off, they've got some units all the way back here. Might as well get these sappers and Voltigeurs up. But yeah, this cavalry fight over here was really well played. And they just had better cavalry. I think like the tactics were all well and good, but like the cavalry, if you saw what they like had, Scots Grey, yeah, there was lifeguards as well, but they just didn't have as many in numbers. Say like the Cuirassiers and the Carabiniers, they were just there in number, and also the French were able to get their infantry support up quicker here. Certainly in this fight here, which is the bigger one of the two. There was like this one here, and there's another one over here that took place. The French did send in their cavalry here into the infantry, and that was a chance to rout that lot, but they didn't. But yeah, the French infantry here was able to support a lot easier, and they also just had about 2 or 3 cavalry almost. They had about 2 cavalry per every British like cavalry unit. So there's just no way that the French were going to lose that. Look at this. This is very nicely set up. All these men on parade basically. It's just look like they've routed everything else that was like behind it. There's so much. Yeah, this is all this infantry that's behind this building. Then came and set up here, and then it's all been routed. It's just the French cavalry. These carabiniers. I bet these guys got insane kills. Shame that we're not going to be able to see them. We're going to see d'Erlon's stats, which will still be interesting. But yeah, I can imagine it's those carabiniers and cuirassiers have got some really good kills. Looks like the chasseurs of the chasseurs going to get routed. Highland foot is still in here. They're just busily firing, which is for some reason the guns have gone silent. But I'm just going to fast forward, I think, now, because there's no need to just really. The battle's over. The battle's over. All we're just seeing is this battle here, and I think the French are just running down some Prussian infantry, really. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's certainly been an interesting one. Yeah, here we go. Got the actual old guard going in. These guys stand no chance. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I certainly have. It's certainly been a fun one to watch. Obviously, seeing like the corps in action is certainly a good change as well. You're gonna see like obviously like some people like to bring an entire cavalry corps. You see there like Kellerman, and obviously again probably Uxbridge probably have most of the cavalry. I don't think he probably had any infantry. So yeah, again, it's good to see like that difference, like a whole cavalry army. Like what influence it can do on the battlefield. Obviously, Hills was not very influential in the end. It kind of got just swamped by Kellerman's much stronger cavalry, and yeah, like that's just how it went really in the end. Certainly, like the guard, I think is a lot weaker maybe in corps than it is in like actual like if you just bring the complete armies, because certainly they were struggling over here. I don't think they was really like they were just firing like fighting some Flemish like flankers or some Belgian light infantry basically. It was just very surprising that they were struggling here, and they lost a lot of men. Yeah, the old guard broke. They were fighting like there were like miners and stuff in here, and you see there is a lot of dead like guards outside this building, and a lot of dead British as well. But I wouldn't have thought that would have stopped the old guard. But maybe that's just poor play by the French player. I don't know. Look at this. They're just setting up the guns, just firing to the building. Don't think you should be doing that when your infantry's in there, especially when you got the old guard in here. They got like the best of the best infantry. They're really struggling to get this Highland foot out. There's a light foot as well, which is a shame. I feel like that is the only unit. all of this is just routing. Yeah, the French are just harvesting points here. So we'll just fast forward even more. Go really fast forward. Come on, come on, Highland Foot. Can they break them? How many units do you think they're going to break? I think they might break this one. Oh, they broke 2. There you go. They are not breaking either. At least I don't think they broke. Yeah, there's only 1 flag there now. There was 3. There's now only this line infantry. I thought they'd break everything, but I thought the line infantry was going to break. The guards would stand, but no. I guess that's why you should stop firing into your own building. You're probably killing just as many of your men as you are theirs. And they're doing it here as well. Like Rial's just firing with his line infantry here. This is Colonel's General. This is a cool unit. 35 men fight 72. That's a 2v1 there. You should win every fight, France. Even if they are Scotsmen. And they are vicious. There we go. Oh no, men are running. Oh my gosh. More French breaking. They're fighting the Scots. I like how in Napoleon Total War 3, they're fighting in combat, but the Scots still find time to shoot out this building. Like, how? You're outnumbered in here. There's 2 men fighting the entire French force in there, and they routed that one as well. They routed that 3rd Infantry of the line. Looks like they're gonna send more infantry in. I might honestly just cut. Just to like the end screen, unless you guys desperately want to see the Highland Foot basically just, oh there they go, they gotta die now, please. Yeah, there we go, they're broken. That's it, surely. There's no more line, there's no more British stuff on the battlefield as far as I can see. And there we go, a victory for the French. So yeah, this was sent in by Heinzie Gudas, or he pinged me and said, oh, have a look at this one in the NTW3 Discord, so thank you very much for sitting in. It certainly was a fun one to watch. He got a lot of kills, look at that. No surprise he wanted me to have a check out on this one. 2,200 kills with his De Erlon Corps. And then Matt Bob, who was playing as Kellerman, he had 600 men on the battlefield, lost 300, but killed 2,500. Killed like almost, well, certainly 3 times his amount of men he had there. Almost 4 times. Actually, yeah, 4 times his amount that he had there. Wow, very impressive. And then well done as well to Captain Amazon Prime, who was playing as Rial's Corps. Got a decent amount of kills as well, 1,000 kills, pretty good. And then Best South African Despot, playing as the Guard, doing well. Lost a lot of his army though, look at that. Most of the Guard got wiped off the field. Only 400 men survived. But yeah, well done to the French players. Well done also to Derpy Rush, who's playing as, I believe he was playing as Uxbridge, I think he was playing as like Uxbridge for the Cavalry. Then also well done to Antonov, who was playing as Hill, to Bersotto, who was playing as Perch, and to Daddy Mac, who was playing as I think is the final army. I think he was playing as Denenwitz, which might have been Bulow's Corps or something like that. I can't actually remember. Apologies for that. But yeah, look at the size of these armies. Like certainly like Daddy Mac's here, like 4,000 men. They had like so many more men, but they're like Landwehr and stuff like that. So they just were not able to beat like the elite French. But we'll have a quick look at the end results. So yeah, the best unit that the French had, or like the Derlons had, was these 95th E infantry, 184 kills. A lot of his infantry actually did very, very well. I mean, he did mainly have infantry. Most of the cavalry was brought by Kellerman. His cavalry are down here at Chevaliers 115, so they did quite well. But there you go, there are the end results if you want to have a look. But if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when the next NTW3 action is out. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.